Well guys, hello, welcome to Vietnam. Right now I'm sitting on a water buffalo in the middle of a rice paddy. And it doesn't get more Vietnamese than this. We can be friends, right? You're not gonna kill me.
It's a land of scooters, strong coffee, and unbelievable places like this, and this, and this, and this. I'll be catching up with my American friend who just moved here for good. And you're about to find out why.
Let's start the video, it's gonna be very exciting.
Vietnam is a country in Southeast Asia with over 100 million people. It borders China, Laos, and Cambodia, and stretches along the South China Sea. You've got the capital, Hanoi, up north, full of history and culture, and Ho Chi Minh City down south, the buzzing economic hub. Vietnam's history spans millennia, beginning with ancient kingdoms like Van Lan and Ao Lac. After more than 1,000 years under Chinese rule, the Vietnamese gained independence in the 10th century. In the 19th century, French colonization brought major change and sparked decades of resistance. Following the First Indochina War, the country was divided until reunification in 1975 after the Vietnam War. Let's start exploring from the south and move up north. First up, Saigon, Vietnam's energetic southern metropolis.
Also known as Ho Chi Minh, with a population of almost 10 million people.
Here, Buddhist temples sit in the shadow of glass skyscrapers, and over 8 million motorbikes buzz through the city like a living river of motion. Saigon's past lives on through its elegant French architecture and leafy boulevards. In District 1, the Notre Dame Cathedral and Central Post Office, both built with materials from France, stand as icons of colonial charm. Just a stroll away, Benton Market pulses with local life, a maze of souvenirs, spices, street food, and scooters. And nearby, the Independence Palace marks a turning point in history, where the Vietnam War ended as tanks crashed through its gates in 1975. Step inside and you'll find preserved halls, bedrooms, and even bunkers frozen in time. The city played a major role during the Vietnam War, especially in the final chapters. The War Remnants Museum offers a sobering look into that era, with photographs, military equipment, and survivor accounts that speak volumes. To truly grasp the intensity of guerrilla warfare, head over to Cu Chi Tunnels just outside the city.
Surprise, surprise!
This underground network stretches over 200 kilometers and was once a lifeline for the Viet Cong. You can even crawl through parts of it, experiencing just a fraction of what life underground must have been like. And if you're up for an adrenaline rush, there's even a shooting range where you can fire weapons from that era. Ho Chi Minh City is Vietnam's economic powerhouse, hosting Ten Son Nhat Airport, handling nearly half of all international arrivals to the country, and the bustling port of Saigon, one of Southeast Asia's busiest. Saigon is booming. Before 1996, it had no skyscrapers, but look at it now. There's the Bitexco Financial Tower, 262 meters tall, with a helipad on the 52nd floor. And towering above all, Landmark 81, 461 meters of steel and glass, making it Vietnam's tallest building and one of the top 20 tallest in the world. Inside, you'll find luxury hotels, condos, a shopping mall, restaurants, a cinema, and even an indoor ice rink. Yes, in tropical Vietnam. Big news. After 25 years of planning, delays, and anticipation, Saigon's metro is finally here.
They opened the metro in just 2024, so it's only been around for a few months.
The length is just 20 kilometers at this point, and fares are under $1. You can tell the demand is insane.
Now, I've never seen such lines on the subway before. Wow. So it goes all the way there and it comes back to the entrance. That is crazy.
Nguyen Hue Walking Street is a lively tree-lined boulevard with iconic sites like the City Hall and the quirky apartment cafe, stacked with unique little cafes on each floor. When the sun sets, hit Bui Vien Street, where backpackers, locals, and party lovers come together for a night of live music, cheap beer, and dancing in the streets. Or explore trendy bars and nightclubs, like the Gangs, for a wild night out. Saigon never sleeps, and it definitely knows how to have a good time.
Saigon now is very, very vibrant city, very dynamic city of Vietnam, and I've seen many tourists from all around the world. I'm not originally from here. I'm from Hanoi, but I moved here for work 3 years ago, and so far I enjoyed my life in Ho Chi Minh, not just for work, but the life good. And Ho Chi Minh is a good place for you to travel, to work, to find good food, and to make new friends.
If you're craving a break from the city buzz, just a short drive from Saigon takes you to the Mekong Delta, a maze of rivers, rice paddies, and floating markets. Hop on a boat and glide past coconut palms, stilt houses, and fishing nets swaying in the breeze. Here, the river isn't just water, it's life itself. Stop by a village where time moves slow and traditions run deep. Taste fresh tropical fruit, watch coconut candy being made, or just listen to the rhythm of the water. A day in the Mekong is like stepping into a different world, where everything flows just a little more gently. Wow! Now, where are we? Now picture this. In just 1 hour from Saigon, you can be on a tropical island in the Gulf of Thailand. Welcome to Phu Quoc. Crystal clear waters, white sand beaches, and palm trees swaying in the breeze. It looks like it was made for a screensaver. Quick tip, if you're flying in, brace yourself. Vietjet is notorious for delays. I flew with them twice, and both flights were over 40 minutes late. If punctuality matters, go with Vietnam Airlines. It's more reliable, but at the same time it's twice the price. Your call. Historically, Cambodia claimed this island. They call it Co Trao. But Vietnamese settlers arrived in the 18th century, and by the 20th century it became part of Vietnam. Today it has around 179,000 residents. Phu Quoc's main attraction is clear: relaxation and stunning beaches. Good news, foreign visitors can stay visa-free for 30 days. I stayed at Cam Beach, a 2-kilometer crescent of soft white sand and turquoise water. Luxury resorts and private villas line the coast. It's the perfect escape. Nearby, Sao Beach offers palm trees, gentle waves, and activities like parasailing and jet skiing. Yep, that's me, living the tropical dream. Getting around the island? Easy. You can use taxis, rent a scooter for $6 a day, or even a car. That's what I did.
I rented this car for $40 a day, and I think it's a pretty good deal because you can go all around the island. All right, let's go.
My favorite location? Vin Pearl Safari, Vietnam's first semi-wild zoo. Spread over 380 hectares, it's home to more than 3,000 exotic animals. Lions, elephants, camels, giraffes, and even South American tapirs.
The ticket costs $29, but also got a coupon for a free lunch up to $6. And this is what I got. Crispy fried chicken. But after I finish, I'm gonna feed the giraffes. All right, I got some food for you. I got some more. Stick your tongue out. Good.
Next door is Vin Wonders. It's the island's biggest theme park. Roller coasters, dazzling shows, and Typhoon World with 36 water slides and a wave pool. When night falls, Phu Quoc Night Market comes alive. Over 100 stalls grill up oysters, lobster, scallops, squid, and sea urchins. Bring your appetite. Do you want to see a hidden gem? Check out Starfish Beach. It's very difficult to get to, but it's worth it. I found a local fisherman who took me there in his boat for $20. This place is pure magic. Shallow turquoise waters cradle dozens of red starfish, like confetti in the sea. Wow. Over the past 20 years, Phu Quoc has transformed. Once reliant on fishing and farming, it's now a special economic zone, buzzing with investment and tourism. Modern roads, a sleek international airport, a casino, golf courses, the island is changing fast. Look at Grand World, an 85-hectare mini Europe with Venetian canals and lantern-lit streets. Even more impressive is Sunset Town with its colorful Mediterranean buildings, cobbled alleys, and cozy cafes. One reason to visit Sunset Town is to watch the Kiss of the Sea show, the world's largest water-based multimedia performance. Every night at 9 p.m., a 1,000 square meter seawater stage erupts with lasers, pyrotechnics, jet skis, and fireworks, set to Queen and ABBA. Another reason is to ride the Han Tom cable car, which holds the record for the world's longest non-stop three-rope cable car, spanning 7,899.9 meters. You'll glide above emerald waters and scattered islets, spotting tiny fishing boats below. And in 15 minutes, you'll reach Han Tom Island, perfect for snorkeling, beach relaxation, or Aquatopia water park fun. But you can tell, there's still a lot of development going on. And now, let's take a 1-hour, 40-minute flight from Phu Quoc to the city of Da Nang, central Vietnam's chill coastal city where mountains meet the sea. They call it the best city for expats. It's affordable and it has a lot to offer. Now you'll be surprised who's going to show me around town. If you watched my American series, you might remember An from San Antonio. I texted him before going to Vietnam hoping to get some advice, and to my surprise, he told me that he permanently moved from Texas to Vietnam after 20 years in America. So here we are exploring the city together. Some people compare Da Nang to Miami, and honestly, I get it. The views are strikingly similar. Skyscrapers rising behind a stunning coastline. In the morning, we headed to My Ho Beach. An lives just 5 minutes away. What a spot! This 20-mile long stretch of sand is often ranked among the best beaches in Asia, and it's easy to see why. This is the Vietnamese version of a public shower room, so let's do it the local way.
Look.
Look how many people are exercising on the beach, stretching, jogging, tai chi. An is right there too, doing the traditional Vietnamese morning stretches. Come evening, the vibe shifts. Locals and tourists flock here to play volleyball, meditate, go for a jog, or just hang out. And of course, don't forget the legendary beach dancing sessions. Local ladies never miss a day, and everyone is welcome to join, so don't be shy. At night, Da Nang's Dragon Bridge truly comes to life. It's shaped like a giant dragon, inspired by those in Vietnamese legends, and yes, it breathes fire and water. Every weekend at 9 p.m., crowds gather to watch as the dragon roars to life, shooting flames and mist into the night sky. So why would you move from the US to Vietnam? Easy. You just get way more for your money here. Everything is super affordable, from healthcare to healthy food. And it's safe too. My friend lives in a buzzing neighborhood full of restaurants and cafes. And get this, he's just 300 meters away from the beach.
So this is your apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to my apartment, Slava.
Now, can you guess how much he pays for his apartment?
Something like $200, right?
$200 a month.
Yeah.
Can you find a deal like that anywhere?
I understand the rental prices in Vietnam are much lower, but then again, the wages in Vietnam are also lower.
Yeah, it's true. The wages in this city are usually, I think, on an average from $300 to $400 a month for the local. But for me, it's a little bit different because my income comes from other countries internationally, so it makes my life here a little bit more comfortable. And at the same time, cost for healthcare is very affordable. It's not as expensive as how it was in the United States. So it makes me feel safer. If I get sick or I don't feel well, I can just visit the hospital and I can see the doctor right away.
Yeah.
Without insurance or appointments, I still be able to afford it.
And now that we're approaching 30s and 40s, right? That's
Yes.
something we have to keep in mind.
We're gonna have a lot of health problem coming.
Of course, we couldn't miss Lin Un Pagoda, home to Vietnam's tallest Lady Buddha, casually watching over the city and the sea. It's peaceful, breezy, and filled with bonsai gardens and playful monkeys. Then we hit Marble Mountains, 5 limestone hills with caves, pagodas, and stunning views. Don't miss Huen Hun Cave, where sunlight beams spotlight ancient altars. It's a bit of a climb, but the views from the top are totally worth it. Just outside Da Nang, Ba Na Hills is a mountaintop escape reached by the world's longest cable car. At the top lies Sunworld, a whimsical European-style village with castles, gardens, and the famous Golden Bridge, held up by giant stone hens floating in the clouds. If you want to feel the real heartbeat of Da Nang, head to Hen Market. This 2-story market has been a city staple since the French colonial era. One bite you absolutely have to try:
Durian avocado ice cream.
creamy, rich, and with that unmistakable durian punch. Love it or hate it, it's unforgettable. What about the food? With a guy like An, you skip the tourist traps and you dive into the real deal. He took me to a no-frills local seafood spot, and we had an absolute feast. Snails, oysters, crab, and lobster. And you know the best part? It cost a third of what you would pay at a flashy beachfront restaurant.
Look at that, guys.
And of course, the city has a good choice of rooftop bars if you feel like having a glass of beer while admiring the city skyline. Da Nang is perfectly placed between 2 of Vietnam's most iconic destinations, the imperial city of Hue and the ancient town of Hoi An. Now let's travel north to Hue, the former capital of Vietnam. Buckle up! We're heading over the legendary Hai Van Pass. Stretching 21 kilometers, this winding mountain route is where the ocean meets the sky. Carved into the mountainside, the road hugs the cliffs, revealing jaw-dropping views of the East Sea at every turn. At the summit, you'll find the remnants of French and Vietnamese military posts, silent stone witnesses to centuries of defense and conflict. Along the way, keep an eye out for quirky coffee shops, perched on the cliffside, serving up strong Vietnamese coffee with some of the best views in the country.
Get you a coconut coffee. Then I get myself a café soda, which means coffee and condensed milk.
Condensed milk. You fall, you die. What's the name in Vietnamese?
Hòn Đá Thuyền.
Hoan Da Twin. So look for, when you're in this area, look for Hoan Da Twin. Yeah. It's a bit hazy today. Yeah. You don't always get lucky with the weather.
And don't miss the Hai Van Train Aqueduct, where the Reunification Express train snakes along a narrow bridge right above the sea. It's like something out of a movie. The road itself is smooth and well paved, but the tight corners and steep drops mean this drive is not for the faint-hearted. And 2 hours later, here we are. Welcome to Hue, Vietnam's ancient imperial capital that was once the seat of the Nguyen dynasty. First thing you might want to do is visit the imperial city, a sprawling UNESCO World Heritage Site, surrounded by thick stone walls and a moat. Wander through the forbidden purple city where emperors once strolled.
Wow, this really takes you back in time, like a few hundred years.
Yeah.
Now mostly in ruin, sadly, because many structures were damaged during the wars.
Ok, 1, 2, 3. Cái góc như thế này cậu. Đúng rồi.
Another place you don't want to miss is Tien Mu Pagoda. Built in 1601, its 7-story tower is the tallest religious structure in the country, with views overlooking the water. Hue is famous for its imperial cuisine too, delicate, bite-sized, and beautifully presented. Did you know they have special coffee in Hue too?
Oh, wow.
Cà phê muối.
Salty coffee. you know?
So first you try the cream first.
Okay, wow, you gotta try cream first, okay?
Salted, right? And then mix it up with the
It's
coffee.
almost like melted ice cream.
Yeah.
Sort of like melted ice cream, yeah.
And now you mix it up with the coffee.
Oh. Wow.
At night, stroll along the Perfume River Promenade, lit by lanterns and filled with street food carts and live music. You can go for a boat ride. The heat goes away and it feels fantastic. The main party street is Pham Nu Lao Street, located close to the tourist-friendly backpacker district. Get some beer, get some snacks, and have a great time.
All right, cheers, man.
Welcome to Vietnam.
Thank you.
Another charming town, just a 40-minute drive away from Da Nang, is Hoi An, Vietnam's magical riverside town, with a beautiful blend of Vietnamese, Chinese, and Japanese influences. Stroll through the ancient town, where mustard yellow buildings and narrow alleys make you feel like you've stepped into a storybook. It's peaceful, walkable, and perfect for exploring slowly on foot.
Man, this thing is heavy. I'll tell you what.
See this iconic Japanese covered bridge? It is over 400 years old and still holding strong. You'll find it on Vietnam's 20,000 dong banknote.
Oh, it's right behind you. Look at that. That's the same one.
Yes, it's that important. Head up to one of the cozy rooftop cafes or bars for a gorgeous panoramic view of the town below. When the sun sets, the streets sparkle with colorful lanterns, and the Tu Bon River reflects them like a mirror. Release a lantern for good luck, or hop on a wooden boat for the full fairy tale experience. Now, before we move to the next location, let's talk about economy. In the last 2 decades, Vietnam has gone from one of Asia's poorest countries to one of its fastest growing. The GDP crossed 430 billion, with growth averaging around 6 to 7% per year, even through global slowdowns. Today, Vietnam is a rising powerhouse in manufacturing, tech, and exports, often dubbed the next China for global production. And yes, Vietnam has its own car brand. Meet VinFast, launched in 2017 by Vingroup. Models like the VF8 and VF9 mark its push into the global EV market, with a production facility already established in the US. While Vietnam's trains have long been slow, that's changing too. A high-speed railway is in the works, set to link Hanoi and Saigon in just 6 hours. Spanning over 1,500 kilometers, this 350 kilometers per hour bullet train-inspired line will transform domestic travel and reduce the need for short-haul flights. Did you know Vietnam's the world's second biggest coffee producer, pulling in over $5.4 billion in exports last year? And it's got its own cool brands like the Highlands Coffee.
And this Vietnamese coffee chain was started by an American Vietnamese in 1999, and it became really successful.
Now there are over 850 spots across Vietnam and the Philippines. But while the economy is surging, salaries are still modest. The average monthly income hovers around $300 to $350, though in major cities, young professionals in tech and finance might earn over $800 to $1,000 per month. Did you know people in Vietnam often work 6 days a week? Yes, 6 days, and get barely any paid vacation. That's right, the typical work week here runs Monday to Saturday, and most folks only get about 12 days off a year. Compare that to other countries where 2-day weekends and long vacations are the norm, and you realize how intense the grind really is. And now we're taking the plane again to go to Vietnam's capital, Hanoi. Located in northern Vietnam on the Red River Delta, founded over 1,000 years ago, it has endured centuries of Chinese rule and French colonization. Today, it is home to over 8.7 million people, and proudly stands as the political and cultural center of reunified Vietnam. Hanoi streets are ruled by motorbikes. What a surprise. Nearly 7 million of them, weaving through traffic like a well-rehearsed dance. The city center buzzes with government activity and occasional VIP motorcades. One of Hanoi's most thrilling experiences is Train Street. a narrow alley where a full-size train battles through, just inches from cafes and homes. Locals and tourists alike gather to witness the train roar past, an adrenaline rush mixed with coffee and food. Next up, the Old Quarter. A maze of narrow streets filled with French colonial charm, bustling street food stalls, and lively markets. By day, scooters and vendors swarm. By night, neon lights spark up sidewalks, turned into buzzing beer spots with music and laughter. Hoan Kim Lake nearby offers a calm escape. Locals practice Tai Chi and stroll around Turtle Tower and Nok Son Temple, linked by a striking red bridge. On weekends, this area turns into a pedestrian zone with food stalls and street performers. Nearby, the Water Puppet Theater brings ancient Vietnamese folklore to life, with puppets dancing on water to live music. A must-see cultural experience. Hanoi's history shines through landmarks like the Gothic St. Joseph's Cathedral, the 11th century one-pillar pagoda, and the imposing Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. Just steps away, the Presidential Palace and Ho Chi Minh's simple, stilt house tell contrasting stories of Vietnam's past. The Temple of Literature, Vietnam's first university, and the Imperial Citadel of Tan Luon offer serene glimpses into the country's scholarly and dynastic heritage. Beyond its charming old streets, Hanoi is a powerhouse of tech startups, manufacturing jobs, and finance firms. Modern malls and office towers rise alongside traditional markets. Tourism also fuels the economy, as millions flock here. For the best sunset views, head to West Lake, a scenic spot with peaceful jogging paths along ancient temples and charming waterside cafes, perfect for unwinding as the sun dips below the horizon. The Lotte Observation Deck offers sweeping city views, although Hanoi's haze can sometimes blur the skyline. Getting around Hanoi is an experience in itself. The new metro offers a clean, air-conditioned ride, but has a limited reach for now, so motorbikes remain king. You'll see families of four squeezed into one bike, all riders casually texting while cruising. A visit to Hanoi would not be complete without exploring a traditional wet market. Early mornings start before dawn, with merchants selling fresh produce, meats, and seafood in a vibrant chaos of bicycles and motorbikes. A typical thing to eat in the morning would be variations of sticky rice.
Sticky rice with corn, sticky rice with peanuts.
This is matcha, mung bean.
With a lot of toppings.
With a lot of toppings. Okay.
Pork sauce.
Whoa.
Fried onion.
Don't forget to try egg coffee. It was invented here in Hanoi in the 1940s, when milk was scarce, so some clever barista whipped up egg yolks with sugar and condensed milk, then poured it over strong Vietnamese coffee. The result? A rich, velvety foam on top of dark, bitter coffee, like a sweet, creamy dessert in a cup.
It's almost like dessert, you know. It's not even a drink, right? It's almost like...
Hanoi has modern parts, of course, like the Ocean Park neighborhood across the Red River, which feels worlds away from the old city. Wide streets, man-made lakes, and even a sandy beach show Hanoi's evolving future, blending nature and urban life. For sure, Hanoi is a city of contrasts and surprises. Now, some people told me that northern Vietnam had more to offer, and honestly I didn't believe it at first, until I saw it with my own eyes. Just 2 hours away from Hanoi, you're surrounded by jaw-dropping beauty, starting with the legendary Ha Long Bay. Cruising through its emerald waters feels like drifting through a dream, towering limestone cliffs and floating fishing villages. You can take a day trip, stay overnight, or go full luxury for 2 nights of sunsets and sunrises and seafood adventures. Most cruises include cave visits, kayaking in lagoons, and stops at different islands, like T-Top Island. This one was named after a Soviet cosmonaut, and here you can even go swimming. Next destination near Hanoi you don't want to miss is Ninh Binh. It's a showstopper. Imagine limestone peaks soaring from rice fields, rivers winding past ancient temples, and what a buffalo grazing nearby. For a spiritual journey, explore Bai Dinh Pagoda, one of Southeast Asia's largest, with towering bronze bells, halls filled with hundreds of Buddha statues, and a 13-story pagoda offering sweeping countryside views. For the best panorama, climb 500 stone steps to Mua Caves. At the top, a majestic dragon statue and a peaceful pagoda overlook rice fields, rivers, and towering cliffs. Down below, glide through Tam Cok's calm waterways on a boat rowed by locals using their feet, passing through the 3 caves. It's pure serenity, just oars, birdsong, and nature all around. If you want to explore the northern Vietnam even further, hop on the Reunification Express to go to Sapa, Vietnam's stunning mountain town near the Chinese border. My 6-hour ride included fellow travelers from South Korea. That was fun. Sapa sits at 1,500 meters, offering a cool escape from the lowland heat. Once a French colonial hill station, it's now famous for its terraced rice paddies, giant green staircases that shift colors with the seasons. Don't miss the glass bridge, over 600 meters long with unbeatable mountain and valley views. Here, thrill seekers can try paragliding, bungee jumping, ziplining, and much more. In Sapa, hiking is a must. Trails will take you through remote ethnic villages for authentic cultural encounters.
Whoa. Honey, this is honey from the mountain.
And if you find yourself in danger somewhere in the mountain, you do it like this. Come here, little bear.
Hello, little baby.
My personal highlight was a motorbike tour.
So guys, one of the best ways to explore the scenic countryside is to go on a motorcycle.
Despite morning rain, the sky cleared and we explored waterfalls, tea plantations, and misty forests with a friendly local guide. Cat Cat Village is a popular spot where the Black Hmong people live, with traditional still houses, handicraft shops, and waterfalls. But honestly, it's been overrun by tourism, so it doesn't really feel as authentic. For the highest peak, Fancy Pan Mountain, take a 20-minute cable car climb or a tough 6-hour hike. The ride climbs nearly 3,000 meters, revealing panoramic views of the mountains and the valleys below. Once at the summit, on a clear day, you can see for miles. But on a day like this, you don't see anything. I was cold and I was disappointed.
Okay, this is the summit. This is what you get at the summit. It's cold, it's foggy, you don't see anything. I came to Vietnam expecting good weather. Not something like I can get in Russia, you know?
Local people walk around town selling traditional souvenirs, like woven scarves, silver jewelry, and embroidered bags. But they can be a little too pushy. Shopping, mister. Many of these ladies carry kids on their backs and make you feel guilty for not buying. Sapa also has a growing cafe culture, with cozy spots offering stunning mountain views, perfect for relaxing after a day of hiking. One of them, Moana Sap, is the ultimate photo spot. Every corner is designed for the camera, from the giant hand reaching out to the mountains, to the Bali-inspired Gate of Heaven, mirror-like pools, and panoramic views of the rice terraces. Now, let's talk about Vietnamese food. Street food culture is huge. You'll find tiny plastic stools and bowls of steaming broth on every street corner. Grab a bowl of pho in the morning, with rich broth that simmered for hours. Try banh mi, Vietnam's famous sandwich that reflects the country's colonial history and culinary creativity. Try bun xiao, a savory rice flour pancake filled with shrimp and bean sprouts. Or dig into bun cha, grilled pork with noodles and herbs, and of course spring rolls. Light, fresh, and dipped into peanut or fish sauce.
It's good.
As you can see, Vietnam has come a long way. New highways, metro systems, bridges, and airports are being built. Impressive. And what's more impressive is that Vietnam is widely seen as one of the safest countries in Southeast Asia, especially for women. Many actually feel more comfortable walking around cities here than in some Western countries. So it's no surprise, tourism is booming. Well guys, this wraps up my journey around Vietnam. Did I skip a few places? Absolutely. Nha Trang, Mui Ne, Dalat. I've been to those places in my previous trips. But I hope this video gave you a real taste of modern Vietnam. Vibrant, complex, and full of contrast, and always evolving. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and please subscribe. There'll be more videos coming soon. Thank you.